Hello there.
Hello there.
And welcome to Corellian Chinwag, part of the What If Qui-Gon Didn't Die podcast. My name's Jamie.
And my name's Shaun.
And this is our little weekly peek behind the curtain. Getting in there nice and early with that one for you, Shawnee.
Yeah, boy.
This is where we just have a little catch-up, see what we've been up to for the past week, and generally chat a bit of smack and cheese.
Smack and cheese down in the podcast.
That's my good friend Shaun there. He loves having a little sing.
Yeah, I'm knackered from earlier sending you all those voice notes. This is the issue now. I'm so tired now. I don't know if I can pull it off again. We'll see.
So Shaun sent me out of the blue today a series of, first of all, the little videos.
Little Hot Fuzz videos. I sent them to Lindsay as well.
Yeah.
You and Lindsay got spoiled today.
And then some little voice notes as well. Basically quoting Hot Fuzz.
Yeah.
And it's just, it was just so funny. Caught me by surprise. And I just finished work as well, so it's just like this is perfect.
This is prime finished work time, but now my brain is exhausted because it was on a hypo. Oh, it really was.
And I said to you, so you rattled off all these different lines, all these quotes, and I couldn't do that. Like if I got a quote in my head, fine. If I can think of a line, great, I've got it. But then if you say to me, think of a line from this film, I'd be like, that one, and then maybe I've got one for you, but then that's it. That's all I've got.
Thing is, I don't know if I could do it on tap. Like that was just all natural yogurt flowing out of the pot stuff. Do you know what I mean? Like if somebody said to me, "Oh, can you quote some Hot Fuzz?" I'd go, "I've never watched it before," even though I have, you know.
Enough to be able to quote it whilst on a walk, not even like sat at home looking at a computer screen with all the quotes on or anything like that. You were on a walk.
I was walking the dog.
With the dog.
Yeah. I was just rattling them off. Great big bushy beard. Oh God.
No, that's a personal favourite of mine. But that is a line. That's a quote that gets stuck in my head every now and then. I go, "What's that from? Is that Harry Potter? Like, who do I know with a great big bushy beard?"
Apart from Hagrid,
yeah. And then I get stuck, but yeah, thank you.
It's Hot Fuzz, yeah. And when he's down, when he finds the skeleton of him, but all he's got left is the beard, and then he hears it in his head, and he's like, "Great big bushy beard," and he's going, "Oh, Hot Fuzz, great film."
Very quotable.
Very quotable. But then so is Shaun of the Dead, but because it's older.
Yeah,
I don't think it's as quotable because nobody's like you've watched Hot Fuzz more because it's newer, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like I say, I can't just rattle off lines, but you know, there's always lines from Shaun of the Dead that people say. You know, like "Let's go to Winchester, wait for it to blow over."
The Winchester, eh? By removing the head or destroying the brain. Yeah, Roy.
Have you never jumped over a fence before?
You never climbed a fence and jumped over it before?
Sorry, Philip.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, Philip. It's all right. Sorry, don't worry about it. Oh, great. Yeah. What is it he says in the pub? "Oh, you and your boyfriend." He goes, "Oh, he's not my boyfriend." Hey, there's a bit of a head of it and it's warm because the cooler's off. And he goes, "Oh, cheers, babe." And it walks off. Oh, and he's pretended to be the monkey.
Oh yeah, when he Clyde.
That's it. You want Clyde here? Do you want Clyde to come out? One thing from the shop. Cornetto. Cornetto. Yeah. Oh dearie me, I'm sweating. I'm crying. Oh, anyway, Chinwag over. That's all I've been up to. No, I'm only messing. Come on, Jims, tell us what you've been up to. What's happening?
We're talking about quotable stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't watched this, but I was very close to watching Anchorman.
Oh, yeah. We've been on about that for a couple of weeks now.
And I was put off by the fact that there was going to be an advert in the middle of it because it was on Prime. And
there's always an advert in the middle, yeah.
So then I kept searching for other things I wanted to watch.
Yeah.
So we can do a little movie chat with Jamie.
Let's do it. A little movie chat with Jamie. Insert thing here.
So what I did was I didn't watch Anchorman, and then I kept scrolling to see what else there was. I nearly watched Snatch, also very quotable.
Which is funny because I sent you the little vid, didn't I?
Yeah,
Also very quotable film.
exactly. So that was very close to being watched the other day as well. But then I went completely off piste, and I watched The Beekeeper.
Oh my god, I want to watch that.
With Jason Statham.
Jason Statham.
Ex Olympic diver.
Ex-Olympic diver, Jason Statham. That's me. You take my nap time, I'm going to take your life.
I think you're going to really enjoy it.
Yeah, is it good?
It's fun.
Okay, I like a fun Jason Statham.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Like, don't take it too seriously. You
No,
won't
but
be
I never
disappointed.
do. I never do now.
But it's really, really good. I'm trying to think who one of the characters is. I can't think who it is. Oh yeah, it's that's good. Josh Hutcherson, who plays Peter in the Mockingjay stories.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. He's in there as well.
Oh, okay.
And he plays a very specific type of character that you would just be like, you're a bellend, mate. But yeah, it's really good. And I won't spoil it. I mean, it's not a difficult story to follow. But
No, it's just, he's a beekeeper.
Yeah.
And that's that.
And that's that. Yeah.
That is that.
Yeah. He is a beekeeper.
He's a beekeeper.
And that's all there is to say
you don't
about
want
it.
to mess with the beekeeper, Tommy.
No,
Before the Germans get here.
you do not want to mess with the beekeeper.
No. Oh, Jason Statham. Now I'm just thinking of Snatch.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to watch Anchorman and Snatch
You got to.
at some point in the next week because
And we can have a quote off.
Oh, I mean, again, you'll win this. Given today's performance, you must have sent me like 18 lines or something, at least. Probably even more. Probably more like 20 plus. I would not be able to. No way. No way could I compete with that.
I reckon if you were free flowing the brain fluids and you were just like totally not thinking about anything else,
Yeah.
and your brain was just able to unlock the little basement key door
Yeah.
and go, this is the quotes room. Please enter.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, we did just rattle off a couple of Shaun of the Dead ones.
Yeah, just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that.
Just like that. Yeah, so that's one film I've watched. I've also watched. So I went to cinema.
Yeah.
I went with our good friend Javan.
Javier. It looks like Pedro Pascal.
Mr. Pascal. I went to cinema with Pedro Pascal to watch a film he'd never watched before. Now, a little backstory. He is a big film fan.
He is.
He loves the cinema. He goes constantly. He probably goes more than I do.
Yeah, which is a lot.
Yeah, that is quite a lot. But this is a film he's never seen before. And it was the 30th anniversary of Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, which I find really strange that he hasn't seen, even though it is 30 years old, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I would have thought a classic like that would have been embedded in him.
I don't actually know how old he is.
He's just a bit younger than myself.
So he's early 30s then.
Yeah.
So you'd have it's been around.
The time he was born, I guess, and then if it sort of fell out of love and then...
Well, yeah, but like, if he'd waited like 15, 16, 17 plus years to watch it from being born, that's so far behind now, isn't it?
Yeah, that's
Even
true.
though people talk about it as a classic.
Yeah. Yeah, this is actually very, very good point, yeah. Because I obviously didn't watch it as a baby either.
No.
I've just have watched it, knowing that
Yeah.
it's classico.
It's always been one of my favourite films.
Oh.
Absolutely.
It's a stunning film.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning.
Top 3 films,
you know what it
possibly.
is? It's some gourmet shit, this.
Yeah.
This is some damn gourmet shit.
Now, that's an awkward scene.
It is an awkward scene.
To watch now.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because there's certain flavoursome language used in that
yes.
that you just don't see anymore.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how gritty the program or the film is that you're watching these days.
Yeah, you can't use that sort of stuff now. You just get thrown to the sharks, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's no white people using those terms anymore. Not so readily, anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe in
Yeah.
the most underground of films, but anyway.
Not in mainstream, sort of in the cinema films.
Would you like to know something nerdy?
Please enlighten me, oh King of the Nerds.
I mean, that's a statement. That's a title that I don't think I deserve. But I'm watching the film now. Most films, I'm led to believe that most films now, they film the scene, the actor does the acting, everybody says what needs to be said, and then they take it to editing, and then they then adjust all the audio or re-record the audio to go on top, but done in like enclosed environments where there's no sound leak, there's no like echoing, there's no, they'll add the reverb if they need reverb, they'll add the effects in. Pulp Fiction is just clearly shot and all the sound is done.
I was going to say
right there.
I was going to say it's all scene for scene, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's not like taken away and tampered with too much.
No, it's not. Which is really good. There are elements of Foley used.
Yeah.
Like some running water in a scene where there was clearly no running water. But
you get the sort of gist.
It's supposed to be. The tap's supposed to be running.
Yeah.
But you look at the tap and there's no water coming out of it, but it's clearly a noisy tap.
Yeah.
But that's been very picky. You just notice like in certain scenes it was really loud.
Yeah.
Or like the gain was up, so like you just get a lot of background noise, or like almost like a hissing in the background, but not like nothing terrible, but like just picks up a lot of ambient sound, which
but of its time, isn't it?
Of its time, yeah, and still very enjoyable.
Oh yeah.
Like the whole film from start to finish, it's still funny.
Oh, it captivates me. So like I don't want to move.
Yeah.
Like I don't even want to pause it because I'm like, if I pause it, I might miss something. I know it's stupid, isn't it? But I just want to sit through it from start to finish.
And it's a long film as well, and
but for back then, it was a long film.
And it's very fragmented in the way. I mean, if you've never seen it before, I don't want to ruin the storyline. But when I say fragmented, I mean like there's a story. It's an ensemble film, so you've got multiple characters with their own multiple stories, and they all weave in and out of each other in one way or the other. Eventually,
yeah, more or less.
But then, like you get to the end of a long scene, and you think, "Oh, great, that must be it. We must be getting to the end of the film now." And it's like, no, you've got the next long scene.
Yeah, where these two characters are having their sort of storyline sort of carried on with. Yeah,
and it's there's multiple points where you think, "Oh, I wonder if you could have kind of just expanded on this story more, and that would have been a great film by itself."
Yeah,
but actually now you've got these other stories we need to continue.
But Tarantino loves to do that, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
He loves a multiple storyline film.
Yeah, and then what else? So that's it for films. In terms of what else I've finally finished watching all of Gen V, which is the spin-off for The Boys.
Spin-off for The Boys, yeah.
I watched it in the order you said, so after series 3 of The Boys...
The Boys!
You then spin onto Gen V.
You spin onto Gen V, son.
And then you go, what is this program? It's completely different, but it's also
horrible.
Yeah, and it's an interesting watch because it's very sort of like, and I said this to you before, it's like watching a teen drama.
Oh yeah, definitely
almost.
Starts out that way.
Because
the whole school vibe and the bitchy sort of, there's the mean girl, there's the nerd, there's the strong boy. Oh, but hold on, there's a special government facility under the school. With Superman in it, and
then it gets very bloody and very very
gory
messy
straight away.
Yeah. So it's kind of got that vibe, but it's clearly it's aimed older than that.
It's aimed for the audience who already enjoy The Boys.
Yeah,
The Boys, because like the gore itself in the first episode, you're like, if you actually think about it, and like her power with the blood, you're a bit like, that's actually disgusting.
Yeah, but
if you're a teenager watching it, you might be like, what, brother? And then they might not watch it again. But you need to have watched The Boys to understand the direction that it goes.
Yeah, and I think as well, there's various cameos, and it's important to watch it because if you like The Boys, there are elements in Gen V that then translate back into The Boys, so you'll get references, and it works both ways. So there's things that happen in Gen V where you're like, I understood that reference
because of The Boys.
Yeah, so it's really good just to watch it. It doesn't make it clear though that you should watch it after series 3.
No, and it never will. Because you don't quite understand. Obviously, the ending when Blue Boy comes down.
Yeah,
you're a bit like, oh right, well is this after he killed that dude?
Yeah.
In Gen 3. I'm sorry, not Gen 3, Series 3. At the end, and they all clapped him. Has he gotten away with it?
Yeah.
But I think it's sort of a bit like, I think you could watch it whenever. You could watch it pre-season 1 because it don't matter.
No, but it would though, because there is a character in there who initially
Series 2. She's in Series 2, isn't she? The woman.
The woman.
The brain.
Yeah. If you watch Gen V before you start watching The Boys, you'll find out who she is or what she's up to.
But before she's actually had the big reveal on this.
Because there's a whole scene in a courtroom where you're like, who's there? Like, who is this person? Like, what's
doing
going
this?
on?
Yeah.
Like, we get an idea because there is actually a little scene beforehand, but it's not really made clear that it's...
Yeah, that's the point. So it has to be series after Series 3 that you watch it then.
Yeah.
In release order.
Yeah, because then it makes sense. And then as soon as we get into Series 4, like within 5-10 minutes, Billy, he does say, he does talk about the God You.
Yeah, there you go, the school.
So he references straight away the school.
Yeah, so they do tie it in then.
And then they have to do they're sitting around, all the soups are sitting around the table, and they're going to decide. Well, they're not going to decide. Homelander's going to decide who else they're going to have in the 7.
In the 7, and of course on the big screen, you see the girl and the boy.
The top 5 are gone.
Yeah.
Or the top 10 or whoever. Yeah, it must be like the top 5. They're all out. So now it's like, well, now we've got to choose somebody else, and these are our options. And they're looking, going, well, they're all a bit rubbish, aren't they?
Yeah. And it's the blonde girl with the touchy.
Yeah.
And then the kid, the brother, who was just like super strong.
But then they're not in that list when we start Series 4.
No.
They get removed.
You wait till you get a bit further into Series 4.
Yeah.
My son.
Well, I'm looking forward to it. So what am I? 2,
You're on
3
episode
episodes?
2 now, aren't you?
Yeah, 2 or 3, yeah.
Finished episode 2. Yeah, really good. It ends weird. But
standard, par for the course in this.
Standard. I still think the beginning to Series 3 was the best though. The party.
Yeah.
And he takes the cocaine and crawls up the little man's jacuzzi.
Yeah.
Like that for me was just the boys going, Marvel, you should have done this.
Yeah.
And then just making it obviously the boys horrible. You know. Absolute hilarious. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad you're still enjoying the boys. I'm at a bit of a loss because the boys is finished. Obviously, I haven't got Now TV for House of the Dragon Series 2, so I haven't watched that yet. Every sort of thing else is done.
Yeah.
Which is why I'm still on sort of the House game. I'm just watching House, and then I'll go into what I've been watching in a little second. But yeah.
Yeah. So,
glad you're enjoying it.
Yeah. No, really, really good. Yeah, there's not really... I don't really have too much else to talk about. I've been running, blah, blah, blah.
You doing all right, though, with the running?
It hurts, so I'm having a couple of days off. I've gone walking. Yesterday I walked 4 miles.
Oh, there you go.
So I walked from here. I walked all the way up to the village over the back there.
Yeah.
Then around to this village over here.
Yeah.
And then all the way back down to here.
Yeah, that is about 4 miles, but 4.5 miles.
It was exactly 4 miles.
Wow.
Yeah, it was nice. I just put the podcast on and just off I went.
Toodled off. How long did it take you?
1 hour and 17 minutes.
That's not bad, you know.
I wasn't rushing.
No, of course. For a normal pace, that's really good, though.
Yeah, it was nice. It was good to get out.
Yeah.
I just spent all day sat in this chair, rotting away in this chair.
Yeah.
As I do day in, day out. So it was nice to get some fresh air. I might go for a little jog tomorrow and see how I feel.
Yeah.
Hopefully. ankles permitting, I should be feeling a bit better.
Yeah, your new shoes not holding up then?
No, they're good. They're
They're
good.
right,
They're
are
good
they?
shoes. I've got some insoles for it though because I got flat feet, haven't I? So I
Yeah.
need to prop up the old arch.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think what I really need to do is just, I've not really given my feet a chance to properly recover
Right.
because I run and then I'll have a day off and then I'll run, and so I'm getting old now.
Yeah.
Things don't recover like they used to, so I need to just give them some time to either relax or, I'm just hoping they're just going to get stronger before they need to relax more.
Yeah. Well, you see these 80-year-olds running about.
Yeah, you do.
If they can do it, mate.
Oh yeah, of
This
course.
is it. You've got it in you.
I know I do, and I will get back into it. Oh, I'm into it.
No, you're into it. You're just
I
having a
just
couple
need
of days off.
I'm just, slowly catchy monkey.
Yeah, this is it. But you don't want to kill yourself because you still got to work and do the kids.
Yeah.
And do this, do that. You can't just focus on running to the point where you can't go up and down stairs because then you're just buggered, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, I already struggle with that, but that's a different story.
That's just guts. I know the feeling. I run up the stairs. Oh God, what's going? Stop smoking. Yeah.
The only other thing I've done is I've now got some new facial wear.
Oh yes, I was going to mention this. You handsome devil. He's got some spectacalia on his Chevy Chase.
I've got some gaps.
Gaps. You look sophisticated, Clark Kent. You take them off. Oh, who's that? It's Jamie. Come on now.
Yeah, so I did have a little eye test, and by the way, if you haven't had an eye test recently, I would recommend doing it because I can see fine without glasses. I know I can, but then I got glasses, and then I put them on, and when I was sat there in the chair, and she said, "How are those?" I put them on. I looked across at the bank of glasses on the wall as they are in all opticians. And I was like, oh, it feels a bit weird. Feels a bit sort of weird at the sides, but I'm sure I'll get used to it. And then she held up this laminated piece of paper, and it's got text on it, like reading from a book sort of thing. And at the top, it was really, really small writing, and at the bottom, it's
a bit bigger,
it's
isn't it?
bigger. So you can read the stuff at the bottom easy, no bother. The bit at the top, I had the glasses on. I looked at it. She said, "Can you read it?" I said, "Yeah, I can read that." But then I was like, "But if I took the glasses off, I could probably still read it." I took the glasses off, looked at it, and it looked blurry. And I went, "Yeah, I think I need to keep these glasses on." So I can still see without them. But what I think is, when I took them off, my eyes didn't have time to adjust to not having them on.
Oh, that's exactly what
so
it is.
it's just refocusing. But that said, actually, it is still better with the glasses.
Yeah, there you go. And like you said, everybody should get tested, and they should be spend more time now than we've ever done in human history staring at lights
Yeah.
behind a screen.
Yeah.
And your eyes aren't made for that.
No.
They're made for hunting and looking around for berries and keeping an eye on when the woolly mammoths are going and all that sort of jazz. You're not supposed to be staring at a laptop all day.
No.
Which a lot of us do now for work. That's where the money is. The world's changed. Farming's got no money, even though it feeds us.
Yeah.
Somebody can make YouTube videos and know more than I make in 10 years in a day. Little bellends. It's a good show. I need to get mine done, to be fair. I haven't tested my eyes or my glasses for, oh God, probably about 6 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I tend not to wear my glasses now because I'm just like, I can still see. And I don't want to wear my old ones because they might actually be bad for my eyes now. So I do need to go and get tested. I just can't ever be bothered.
Just do it.
I do need to do it.
You've only got one set of eyes. Got to look after them, right?
This is it. And I need to be able to see what I'm painting on them bloody Warhammers.
Yeah.
Or else I won't be able to paint any more for Brad.
You'd be like, you're blending it. You're blending on. This is really good. You'd be like, what are you talking about? That's a sharp line.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's just supposed to be purple. What colour is it? Well, it's yellow, red, but fucking green. No, you handsome devil. You should be in. What's that? The Gentleman? No, not the Gentleman. What's the film with the little chav and he turns into like the assassin bloke wearing all
Yeah,
the suits?
it is.
That's The Gentleman, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then they did the series and the film after.
And they've really muddied the waters of what
with what the
what
Gentleman
name
actually is. Yeah, I prefer the newer one actually with the estate. Anyway, yeah, you look like a gentleman, sir. That's what I'm getting at. You're an assassin in disguise.
So you probably look really good if I was wearing a suit, but
Yeah.
if I'm out and about, I won't be wearing them because they're no good for distance,
No, that's it. They are for computer
They're for
indoor work only.
for close-up work.
Close-up work. This is it. This is it. No, very dashing. He's
Thank
a
you.
dashing young man, Alfred. So I share. What?
So that's enough of me jibber jabbering.
Jibber jabber fool.
What, my dear sir, have you been up to?
Okay, here we go. Nan's face is looking better
Good.
because I told everybody that she's had a little fall in the bedroom, scared the life out of me. She did look like she's been battered in the face by a butterfly baseball bat. So that's nearly gone now. As of today, the bruise is nearly gone, but the cheeks and the head are still swollen. But that's all right with me, because if the bruise is healing, then the swelling's going to start to go down soon.
Yes.
Because obviously the bruising is a swelling of the blood vessels, blah, 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 blah. So that's really good. That aside, so she's doing well. And she even went for a little dog walk with me mum yesterday. So my nan was like, oh, can you take me with you when you take the dog out for Shaun? And so she did. She obviously drove my car. Typically. Can't just put the dog and your mother in your own bloody car. Do you know what I mean? Oh, Shaun's is there. We use that. And then, and I got a story about this and all. So yeah, anyway, they walk the dog. They pulls up at the sheep fair, and I'm at work. I get a phone call, don't I? Why can't I? How do you turn your car on? Oh Jesus! Right, put the foot on the clutch.
Yeah.
It's your typical diesel engine. Oh yeah, thanks. Bye. Another phone call, literally 2.5 minutes later, because they've only gone up the sheep fair. Can't get the key out of the ignition. All right, mother. Right, have you turned it? Have you turned it enough? Yeah. Are you sure it's not like left in gear? Are you sure that you haven't done it too quick so the engine's actually not turned off?
Yeah.
'Cause you know, some engines do that. If you turn it too quick, it goes. Whoa, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Obviously, mine don't, but I just thought I'd ask because it's my mother. You know.
Covering all bases.
My poor mother, yeah. And then she's like, oh, no, I've done the lot. I even videoed her and she was doing it right. And I was like, oh, God, you've broken. I've only got one key as well. So there's no spare key. And I was like, I'm in the middle of where I deliver. I'm going to have to turn round, come back to Andover. And not only Andover, the arsehole of Andover, and go up to the sheep fair, Mitchell Dever Road at the top there, and sort the car out. And then drive all the way back to where I've got to work to finish work off. And the dog's going to go ballistic, which I don't like doing. Once I'm at work, I should stay at work until I'm done. And then the dog doesn't get sort of all depressed. Because she doesn't like it when I go on collection or whatever, see. Because I go in for a cup of tea and she's like, oh, you're home, way. And then I'm like, no, there's a van out the front. I've got to go back. And she knows I've got to go out of work. Anyway. And I was like, oh, well, you just have to leave it up there, or you just have to drive it home and leave the window down on the driveway, on the main road, where our sort of parking bay is, with the key in the ignition.
Yeah.
And the dithery old woman that is my grandmother, your mother, is just going to forget about it. And if somebody nicks my car, she'll think I've popped home and taken it. Oh, God. And I was like, oh, around me, Dad. Right, are you at work? No, yeah, I am, but I've got some time. Why? Can you go up sheep fair and sort your bloody wife out? Get the key out of my car, will you? And make sure that And he was just about to leave, and then my mother did get the key out of the ignition. I'll tell you why she couldn't get the key out of the ignition, sir.
Go on.
Because you have to push it in slightly.
Oh, okay.
To do the final turn. So
Yeah.
you need to sort of... It's not just a turn and pull, it's a little bit of pressure in.
Yeah.
Because you've got to push the mechanism in to unlock it. Which I obviously do naturally without even thinking.
Yeah.
So when she rang me, I didn't even think, oh, I apply some pressure. No. I just... Anyway, so the dog did get out the car. I'll tell you why the dog got out the car, because, ladies and gents, she hates my nan. She's my nan's dog, but she hates her guts. My nan opened the back door of my car and actually tried to get in with the dog, at which point the dog went, fuck this, and jumped out the other door that my mum had open. So the dog could only go for a walk because she doesn't like my nan. She's cantankerous, that dog, and do you know why? It's because I spoil her. Yeah, I'm going to have to record Nan, like when she's been on her own all day and I get in from work.
Yeah.
Because it is like literally 25 minutes of we could just make a podcast episode out of it. That dog don't like me. It's because of you. You spoil her, kissing her, giving her bits of carrot. Mick, 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 mick. All she won't do anything for you. She snarls and growls and bites me. Mick, mick, mick. It's all your fault, mick. And I'm there, just making her a cup of tea. I'm like, I've been at work all day. Do you want a cup of tea? Yes, please. And she like takes a breath in the yes, please, and then straight back into gobbing me off. Silly old bat. I swear she's going deaf sometimes as well, because I say, oh, you've told me that a million times, and she'll go, oh, have I? Oh, but she can't be deaf, because when I'm upstairs and I call her a silly old twat, she can still bloody hear me. I heard that. Oh, stop acting dumb then. Oh, at the top of the stairs. Anyway, I do love me mother and me dog and me grandmother. It's just life. You have to laugh about it, because otherwise you'll want to murder them.
Yeah, for sure.
And I don't want to go to prison for it. I really don't. Why are you in here? I killed me nan because she said I spoilt that dog. And I don't spoil the dog. Speaking of my car, anyway, I got it. I've sent it off to be repaired. It's currently in the garage.
Oh, okay. So nobody can use it as a dog wagon anymore.
Nobody can use it as a dog wagon because last 2 weeks, one of my aunties has had time off. She's obviously been using my car a lot to take the dog out.
Yeah.
And then the bumper had come away a little bit.
You've seen it. Yeah.
You've seen it in the flesh. One day I walked home from work and it was basically hanging off.
Yeah.
And I was like, what have you done then? Because I told you to reverse park wherever you go and not to try and clip the curb on anything because it's dropped. The second it touches something, you're going to pull it off.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I haven't done anything like that. Oh, and I was like, well, it's not just like, what, the dog has bitten it off? Somebody has walked up my road where I live and gone, oh, there's a bit of a gap on that bumper there. I'm just going to autistically pull it because I've got to. No, you've done it. Anyway, it's in the garage in Port Industrial Estate. If they do a good job, then I'll name drop who's done it, because it's not the usual one.
Right.
Dropped that off yesterday. Yeah, good couple of hundred because it needs a new bumper.
Oh no! So they couldn't repair.
It's shorn off at the wrong bit, and
Right.
I thought this before I took it down.
Yeah.
So I was emailing them a little bit, and I said I think I just need a new one because of where it's shorn off. But I'll bring it down, and you can tell me with your expert eye sort of thing. And he said, yeah, you're right. It's this groove here. This needed to be attached, and this bit needed to be broke, and then we could have fixed it. No, they were honest, and they said it's a bit much. It'll probably be this much plus VAT. And I was like, yeah, I was expecting more. So actually, the price they give me, $700, weren't too bad. I was expecting upwards of that.
Oh, that's
So do you know what I mean?
Then if it's less than you expected, then that's a win, isn't it? Really.
This is it. And it's like Brad's dad said to me, because I saw them yesterday. He's like, can't you fix it yourself? And I was like, yeah, but I'd have to buy it.
Yeah.
Get rid of the old bumper, take the electrics off, which are bolted on to the inside of that bumper.
Yeah.
And then it will be dark because I've got work every single day. And I'll be trying to do it in the dark with bloody old Genie holding me foam torch, telling me that I've spoilt the dog. While I've got
that would be hilarious.
While I've got a Phillips screwdriver in my hand, and she's got she's still got her slippers on, slipping over the place, and it's just like that. No, do you know what? I'll just get somebody to do it.
Yeah.
Because it's probably at the point where it'd fail an MOT. Like duct tape weren't holding it on, where it was so bent it was pulling the duct tape off.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I got that sent off. So I should have that back by the end of the week. I'm happy.
Good.
Once it's done, and the car should be
just hairy.
I just want nothing to happen to it. Yeah. Anyway, right.
Out of the system.
Out of the system, that. Speaking of Brad's dad, I did play Brad at Warhammer yesterday. Oh, I tell you what. First turn, great. He went first, but he didn't do anything to me. And I was like, this is it. It's going well.
Yeah.
He missed all of his guns. So I might be able to do something here. And I did.
Yeah.
My fighty sort of mech suit thing killed one of his big uns as well. He managed to do it. He's never done it before. I've had this model for a year, and I've never done anything with it. It's always died straight away.
Yeah, that's good then.
So I did that. First turn, I was feeling really good. I was like, if I carry on with this sort of pushing, aggressive, I might be able to do it. Anyway, then it was Brad's turn, and all of his guns went off, and he killed both biggins that I've got, like that. And I was like, so I'm not going to win, but I might still be able to get some points here. No, because he didn't miss with a single thing after that. And by turn 3, by turn 4, I had one thing left on the board, and then I was like, you might as well try and kill him, because then it's like you've just wiped me then, didn't you?
Yeah.
So anyway, I lost at Warhammer again. And this is what I keep saying to Brad. I need to paint models, Brad. I'm going to paint my Age of Sigmar rats, which I've been doing quite a good bit of work on, by the way.
Yeah, good.
They are, the 30 lit list boys are slowly getting there. And then, but he's relentless, because I know he enjoys playing Warhammer. I enjoy playing Brad at Warhammer. You know, love playing Brad at Warhammer. So when I say I need a couple of weeks off or a month off playing 40k because I need to focus on this, and he goes, do you want to have a game soon? And I go, yeah, go on then. I can't help myself with him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Can't help myself. I do enjoy playing Warhammer with you, Brad, even though you continuously beat me, and it's a laughing joke at work. So, how'd you get on last night round Brad's? And I'm like, don't fucking talk to me about it. I lost again. And they're all bloody laughing. And I'm like, yeah. So yeah, but back to me little rats. Yeah, they're just ready for the wash. So I've got all of the base notes down on them now.
Yeah.
Like all of the sort of base colours on every little bit's got a colour on it. And now it just needs like a grimy sort of shade. And this is like a really weak, glazy, watery paint.
Okay.
That's quite transparent. But what it does is it sits in the grooves and adds depth and tone and stuff. So I'm going to do that on all of the 30 little boys. The boys, and then
your own little boys.
My own little boys, and then they can be sort of slightly highlighted, based, and done. And there's 30 lads, done, and then it's just like the nice bigger characters that I can sort of focus on properly and spend a good bit of time on.
Sounds good.
Yeah, so that's quite good. So
and then you'll have a chance against Brad, maybe.
Well, these are for Age of Sigmar. Brad doesn't play Age of Sigmar, so you know. But it's quite good because I've got obviously like Alex and stuff like that play that. So yeah. So I'll tell you what else I did at the weekend, and I actually really liked this. I went to watch a film in the cinema.
Did you?
I did. Sadly, it was Screen 5.
Oh no!
But it was the last showing of the night because of work and stuff. It was like a 9 o'clock showing of The Crow. The new The Crow.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about this because.
But before we go anywhere, I haven't seen the OG. I've only seen a few clips.
Oh. Okay.
So I have nothing to go on.
Right.
And it was my job this weekend. I'm going to watch the original.
I really like. So let me start by saying that the original. I really like it.
I've heard it's amazing.
It's really, really good. You might watch it. I mean, it's old now.
Oh yeah, I know it's old. Yeah,
and it's probably not the best filmed thing you've ever seen. Quality is probably not amazing, but it's a great story and it's a great film, and the music's good on it, and just the things that happen. It's
cool.
Yeah, really like it. It's pure goth fodder.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And I imagine the new one's pretty similar.
It's a bit kooky. Yeah. I wouldn't say it's goth, but I can tell because the clips I've seen of the OG, I've sort of gone, it's of the time.
Yeah,
like the makeup on the face and stuff like that. It's all very, But I've heard the soundtrack's amazing, and I've been told to definitely watch it. So by the next podcast.
Yeah,
I will have seen the OG, and then I can proper compare.
Because then we can talk about it.
We'll have a proper chat about it.
You can tell me what you think about Eric Draven.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I quite liked it though.
Yeah,
this one. Yeah,
that's interesting because I've now heard two people who've watched it. You are number 2, and you like it. The other person
hated it.
Really didn't like it.
Have they seen the OG?
I don't know.
It's a strange film to get on board with, and it probably helped that I was tired from work, so I was sort of sat there, sort of half monging out but really interested in it. Like, I thought the soundtrack was quite good.
Yeah.
I thought the premise of it was quite good because I thought this is from a comic book. So if anybody doesn't understand that it's somebody's imagination, then what are you doing here? Sort of thing. Quite liked it. You know, it was a bit gory, but then, you know, we watched The Boys.
Yeah.
So I was like, the gore's no worse than stuff like that. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's a pretty simple thing. It's not some mental, you really have to think about it. Like, he wants to find somebody, and
it's a revenge movie, isn't it?
It's revenge. It's not detective work.
No.
He's not going, I really need to work really hard to find this mobster who's gone deep underground, you know, black market styles. It's literally just, where is he? Oh, he's in there. Great. But you know what? Fantastic. I don't need to sit there and go through the Sherlock Holmes with you, mate.
Yeah.
Not at 9 o'clock at night. You found him. You beat the shit out of him. Easy.
Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. We'll talk about it more when I've seen the OG. But I just wanted to say, first impressions of that one, I liked it.
Well, that's good. That's a good start.
Because it's just one of them random kooky. It's like Hellboy, random kooky superhero film that people just sort of go, bit weird, and I go, yeah, it's cool though.
Yeah, I've never actually seen Hellboy.
Oh yeah,
no.
It's a weird superhero movie. You wouldn't like it.
Yeah,
it's very much boss battle at the end. Oh, it's all lovey dovey, but he's got powers, man.
Yeah.
You know, it's Dark Horse Comics. So yeah, we'll talk about that properly another time because I do want to watch the original to get a proper feel. Yeah,
it'd be interesting to know what you think of the original now that you've seen the new one, and obviously, like, I watched the original years and years ago.
Yeah.
So it was closer in time to when it was actually released and sort of the style of that film. And even when I watched it then, it looked
old.
Yeah. It's not the greatest quality, but I still really, really like it. But a lot's changed in the way that we see films. You know, you get the CGI and you get the super duper screens and whatever and all this, that, and the other.
Yeah.
You know, that in terms of quality of filming and sound design and all the rest of it, the modern one probably will be a better film if you were to look at it from a
cinematography way. Yeah.
From a technical viewpoint, it would be different. Like, it probably would be better. But the old one's just it's dark.
Yeah.
Is it still on Devil's Night?
No, it's a bit of a different premise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, from the clips I've seen, it is like I don't know everything about it.
So it's not a remake, more a reimagining.
Yeah. It's not like a word for word, just better.
Yeah,
I think it's more of a here's another take on the comic.
Yeah,
you know, because people are running out of ideas for films, so they've gone, oh, that film's already been done. There's a million other comics we could use, but we use the same one that's been done. Maybe because IP means that they can use it again or whatever.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I quite liked it, and the bloke actor in it, I've never seen it before, or maybe I have, but I can't remember. He's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, young lad, you know, lean, obviously a bit of a heartthrob to people.
Yeah.
If any women watch that kind of superhero film,
that's why you were feeling sleepy. Because all the blood had rushed to the wrong head.
Yeah, that's it. This is it. It was just lolling around on the floor there, you know, because it's about 20 feet long. We'll talk about it probably another time.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So what else have I been up to? Okay. Two little game things here. Ooh, little bit of game chat with Wiggy.
Oh yeah, we can talk a bit games.
Bit of games.
Because I can talk some games.
You can talk some games.
Yeah, I kept that in the bank.
Oi! Banky, baby. Okay, so first off, kind of gamey, where like I've had nothing on TV to watch bar House.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I'm still in love with. Like, I'm just like that. I can't keep up with the drama. I'm like that. Yeah, go on. I'm on series like 6 or something. So I've been watching settlement building videos for Fallout 4 on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
They're like my new David Attenborough falling to sleep stuff.
Well, you sent me one and I sat and watched that as well.
It's so good, isn't it? But that dude there has only done 4.
Yes.
Because he's the one who snaps everything into the music, isn't he? So when he's talking and he's got that all the wood goes.
Yeah. It's like a Lego building video, isn't it?
Yeah. Whereas I've seen another one and it's just basically this northern lad talking. And he does the foundations and literally fixes the buildings, like uses the pillar glitch to fix the stuff,
Oh, okay.
but keeping the shell of everything so you can tell it's part of that build. And then he goes off camera and he decorates it, and I mean, he does so well. And then he comes back and does a little tour at the end, but there's a little screen of him and he's talking about it as he's walking around.
Yeah.
Mate, honestly, I'm just like that. Yeah, have my likes, young man. Like, I look at him and I go, when I tried to rebuild Sanctuary on Fallout 4, it was literally a couple of generators and I had 1 million beds and turrets everywhere.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
Right.
And a couple of shops. Like, I just wanted the trader who smokes 20 a day to come through so I can buy screws. That's like all I wanted it for. But this guy, yeah, he's made like party land. You know, he's rebuilt everything. He's basically restructured all the buildings so everything snaps in, even though it's all broke. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
And like, oh god, yeah, so good. These videos. Bravo, sir. I can't remember his name. Do you know what? I'm going to look it up live. His name is... I don't even know if I'm actually subscribed to him, you know. Bear with me. Because his name is... Shawzo. Shawzzo.
Easy for you to say.
Easy for me to say. Shawzo. I'll say it again. Shawzoo. Shawzoo, or something like that. Anyway, he does Fallout 4 building videos, but he's actually done them this year. They're not old because he talks about Fallout series. So he's obviously downloaded it again, and it's obviously like next gen update, blah blah blah.
Yeah,
got all the DLC for it, blah blah blah. No mods though, which is quite good. So no mods, but uses DLCs. Yeah, and he talks about Fallout, and he said he's done an episode sort of talking about the Fallout series because I think he's a bit of a lore buff as well.
Yeah.
So I might give that a watch and see if he doesn't send me off to sleep with his like northern tones. But that's really good. Last thing for me on games, because obviously I gave up with Starfield, and I've sort of tucked Jedi Survivor under the I need to have like 10 Red Bulls to play you sort of pile.
Yeah.
I have started to play Assassin's Creed Valhalla.
Interesting.
They're all on the Game Pass, and I've still got Jedi Survivor downloaded.
Yeah,
but
you've got a big 1 terabyte storage box.
This is
there,
it. Of course I have, and I've still got Warhammer Bolt Gun. I've done a good couple of missions on there.
Yeah,
but that's literally just I need a blood rush, so I just play a mission.
Yeah,
I'm not actually looking to complete that, like, because it's Game Pass. I'm just sort of like, I'll just shoot some crap.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh,
good, is it?
It's so good.
I'm going to stick that on my list of things to download then.
Honestly, it's so easy as well.
Yeah.
Like, you can have it on hard mode for combat.
Mm-hmm.
But the actual game, you know, I was saying about Jedi Survivor where it's like you have a rumour, but you don't know what the hell to do.
Yeah.
Or which bit of the map it's on. You know, Assassin's Creed, yeah, fine. There's some loot in a mountain. You don't know how to get in the mountain. Like, there's no path taking you there. There's no like magic button to go, this is the path you take, sir.
Yeah.
But it's not to the point where it's so difficult you're going, oh, don't fucking go. Like, what do you want me to do? Like, please. Like, it's just, there's a mystery there that starts a little mission, or there's some loot there, because it's open world.
Mm-hmm.
So you sort of go and do what you want between missions,
yeah,
sort of thing, you know? Like, between a mission, you finish the mission, and it's like, oh, talk to me when you're ready to move on. But then you can go to the other side of the map and scale a mountain, Assassin's Creed style.
Yeah.
And they've really incorporated the assassin element really well.
Okay.
Because obviously Vikings travelled back in the day, and what they're saying is this Viking went and found 2 of the Order, who are dressed like Ezio, obviously.
Yeah.
And they come back and they're like, oh, we have a spare wrist knife. Do you want it? Viking, we'll teach you how to use it. So now you're a Viking who can use axes and shields and swords and fight like a berserker or a Vikingia. And then, but you can also hide in a haystack and do the assassin job.
Nice.
So actually, and the graphics are so good.
And do you still have to scale towers?
Mountains.
Oh, so it's mountains
so when you
to then unlock.
When you do the bird's eye view, it's the crow's view. Because obviously you're a Viking.
Yeah.
And you've got to climb a mountain and you perk on this peach on the mountain. And what I love about Ubisoft games is stamina's not a thing.
Yeah.
Like, in a fight, he's got stamina, but he can scale, a 100-foot mountain and not be knackered when he gets to the top. And I'm talking no ropes, no proper climbing shoes, just literally crimping his way up there.
Nice.
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. The voice acting's great. All the sort of mini games that are open to you. You're like, all I got to do is tap X and not fall over when I'm drinking mead with this woman. Yeah, go on then. Like, how easy is that? You can customise your dude, haircuts, tattoos. You know, when you want to play really stealthy, there's an option to put your hood up.
Okay.
And then in the actual settings, there's an option to keep it up or have it down.
Right.
So you're like, if you want to look like an assassin and not a Viking, you can have it in the options to just look like that all the time.
That's cool.
And
isn't it?
they've proper thought about how do you want to play it. And it's not. And I'm not saying it's an easy game because some of the fights are hard.
Yeah.
And you've got to conserve your ammo. You can only hold so much food, which heals you. So if you're low on health and you've got no food left,
You're in trouble.
you are in trouble. Like, don't get me wrong, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
But with a little bit of evasive, but the evading and the dodging is easier than Survivor as well, because it's not souls based. So if you see them coming in the little, do your LB thing, you smack the button and it does kind of work.
Yeah.
Whereas on Jedi Survivor, I find it really difficult to parry properly.
Yeah. Sometimes that timing's difficult.
Yeah,
isn't
like,
it?
I'm not great at timings for parries.
No.
But yeah, and then obviously when they're down and they're stunned, then you can do a special finisher. But of course, because it's a Ubisoft Assassin's game, like, everybody stood around you with their swords, but they're like, hurry up and finish him then. And then you do the little animation, and then they're like, oh, he's done it, okay. And
No,
then
we can
come in
fight
for the
again.
fight.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's beautiful, it's lovely. And because I talked before about the feudal Japan
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, I think it's going to be different to this, because this is obviously open world, and I haven't got everywhere yet, because apparently you can settlement build as well, which I quite like.
Yeah.
So it won't obviously be like Fallout. It'll probably be like, here's a village, pay some gold to make it better, or pay some gold into some,
somebody will fix it up for you.
yeah, but you just make it look good, essentially. I haven't got there yet. But yeah, there's so much to do. And when you're on the boat, that you can go, you can either steer the boat, or you can get them to go to where you've pinpointed on the map,
Yeah.
and you're like that, and they'll take me to the best place to draw up anchor. Yeah. Can you get them to sing Viking songs as you're going? Yeah, just press left on the D-pad, and you just hear them go, yeah, sing us a song, and then they just start singing.
Amazing.
Honestly, and it's all like it's obviously it's not Vikings proper, because Vikings back in the day they were clean, but they didn't have all the runes and the tattoos, and it weren't like all of this dramatized. Oh, look at them! They're sexy, because they weren't. They were just farmers, weren't they?
Yeah.
But they were just also brutes. But this obviously overplays the fact that, they're all really good looking. They've all got great beards. They've all got great health. Not one of them's got syphilis. Do you know what I mean? All of these things. But it's quite nice because you're just like, cool. I look cool. And I'm running around beating up chumps.
That's going to be on my download list then.
And it's on Game Pass.
Even better.
And it's just a perfect mix of, and which I think this feudal Japan one will be, you can either fight or sneak.
Yeah.
And they've sort of gone, not everybody wants to do the assassin all the time, like sneaking around, because they can't. So if they have the option to then just go in a little bit louder but still get the mission done, it opens up that option to them. Very good. I'm very impressed by it.
Right, that's going on my list. Talking of Game Pass games,
Come on then.
I downloaded Mafia.
That's old now.
Yeah, but this is a remastered version that I think they did in like 2020.
Oh, okay.
So it looks actually really good.
Yeah. It was always a great game.
Yeah. I downloaded it on, what day are we on today? Wednesday. I think I downloaded it on Sunday, or started playing on Sunday. I've completed it.
Already.
That
is how much you enjoyed it, though.
It's really, like, it's an interesting game because it's an open world game, but it's also not. So you can, if you want, just drive around the city.
Yeah.
If you'd like to, but I don't think there's anything to do other than steal cars.
Yeah.
To build up your car collection, which is kind of irrelevant.
Yeah, it's pointless.
Because you always get given a car specific for the mission.
Yeah.
So it's almost like sort of the Grand Theft Auto type, but it's not.
Yeah.
It's much more restrained. It's very much a story. You always see like one person for the missions. There's not like multiple people you've got to go and see. Like, I'll go and see this person. They'll give you a mission. There's no fetch missions. It's like, this is the story. Start here, talk to this person, and then we're just going to follow the narrative through the years until we get to the end. And that's what we did. And so simple, not the hardest game in the world.
This is it. What
enjoyable.
I'm saying, doesn't have to be super hard.
No,
After we've worked all day, who wants a hard game?
exactly.
Like, I'm sorry, you're bonkers.
Yeah,
If you want a hard game.
we're not professional gamers.
Yeah, exactly. This is a thing as well. Yeah.
So we did Mafia.
No, I'm so glad you smashed that over the weekend. Like, well done.
Yeah, I finished it yesterday.
Yeah.
And then I was like, right, well, what am I going to play now? So also on Game Pass, Doom and Doom 2 are on there.
Yeah.
Downloaded that because it's really small. It was downloaded in about 5 minutes. I was
Yeah,
like,
of course
right,
it did. Yeah, it's tiny.
Let's get into it. I've already done the first chapter of Doom 1 last night.
Yeah.
I just got on there and it's like speed. Well, it wasn't even a speed run. I'm way off the par time.
Yeah.
Because in those games it gives you the time that you should finish by.
Yeah.
And the time you actually finish, and I always finish way past because I don't know where all the secrets are on the original.
This is it. You're not running around. You're not just smashing the secrets as quick as.
I started on Doom 2 when I was younger. That's where I started. So my memory is always run backwards straight away and pick up the chainsaw.
Yeah.
And then go. Which I'm looking forward to doing. I'm gonna work through these episodes slowly but surely. It's such a weird thing to play though. Like you don't look up and down anymore. You just look left and right.
Yep.
And when you come into fights, strafing around, trying to avoid the fireballs and the shotgun guys and all these various demons and whatever. It's so much fun. It's so easy, but it's like also that in the later levels, when you meet that hell demon at some point or the spider boss, you're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But at the moment,
you're having a good time.
Yeah, and I'm only playing on like middle difficulty. I didn't go like ultra violence or anything on Nightmare.
Yeah, can you imagine?
I'm not a total sadist.
Yeah,
but then this led me down a rabbit hole.
Oh, okay.
Just today, I knew this happened already, but you can run Doom on nearly everything that's got a screen.
Yeah, because it is that small, isn't it? It's literally just platform.
Yeah,
isn't it?
And I actually watched a video a week or two ago as well, which I'll tell you about. But people have played Doom on washing machine screens, on card readers. When you pay for stuff in the shop.
Yeah.
Turn that screen into a Doom game. The best one I saw was how can we put this delicately? A male pleasure device. This one has a screen on it. And it gets better. It gets better than this. So there's the screen, and he's got it, and there's buttons. There's like 5 buttons on the top of this machine he's got, and each one you press does something different. So like running forwards, backwards, whatever. But there's bonus bits built into this. If you shoot the gun,
right,
the machine vibrates slightly.
Okay.
And if you kill someone, it does its special function.
Oh, stop it, human beings.
It was so funny. And obviously it was made by a German.
Of course, because they are crazy. They are crazy for it.
So that was very funny today. I thought it was very good. But a couple of weeks ago, not as funny, very nerdy. There's a video of somebody giving a presentation to like a group of people, and the question is, if you change the value of pi, as in like 3.14, if you change that, will Doom still run?
Yes, it probably would still run.
Most of the time, yes, but it's a mess. It
Yeah.
really does. It does change. Like all the walls seem to move, or like your viewpoint seems weird. Like things just go a bit.
Bit of skew with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's.
But you can still run it though, right?
You can still run it mostly.
Yeah.
If you change it to 0, I think it doesn't run. Or if you change it to some other stuff like Pi 2 or something, it doesn't run. But it's like variations just change it just enough to be like weird.
Yeah.
And you can't play it. Like it runs, but you can't play it.
Yeah. It's just weird.
It's just yeah.
How crazy is that? Because it's obviously in the coding that it uses.
Yeah.
Pi.
Yeah. I think it's very simple in how it runs, but there's just elements to it which are just
Really smart.
yeah.
Yeah. See, I like stuff like that.
Yeah.
I do like stuff like that. No, I'm not talking about obviously the male pleasure device. You know, I'm glad he's found a way to play his favourite game on his favourite game. But you know, I just quite happily play on the TV. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
So yes. Anything else you'd like to add?
Mate, no. I'm pretty happy. I'm still waiting for Space Marine 2 to come out.
But
Works all right. Feet are sore, so I think I need some new trainers.
Yeah.
I spoiled that dog. She's cantankerous. And that's it, mate.
Nice. Well, in that case, that's a good place to wrap up.
Sounds good.
It's a pleasure talking to you, as always.
As always, sir.
Look after yourself
Be good.
and stay out of the sand.
The greater good.
The greater good.
Shut up!